This video is going to be in response to the smart listeners. They're probably the only ones who are going to see this video. So maybe I'll talk to you guys directly. Maybe that'll change one day, maybe it won't. I hope it doesn't stay that way forever. But then again, I don't plan on making YouTube videos for the rest of my life, or for a very much longer period of time. But if I do, I do. If I don't, who cares? Who cares? I mean, 10 people are going to see this video. Does it really matter what I wear on my head? Anyway, the video that I'm going to make is going to be based on their accusations, or your accusations, that Bray Wyatt was buried by WWE and John Cena, which is complete and utter nonsense. I'll say this before I say this video, because if I say this is dumb and this is stupid, your arguments are dumb, you're nice guys, and you're smarter than me, period. You're smarter than me. When it comes to wrestling, I think I'm smarter than you. But when it comes to just overall life, it seems you guys kind of got a lot of stuff figured out. So, you're smarter than me, so I'm saying that right now. Alright, so if it sounds like I'm insulting you guys, alright, then don't take offense to it, because I'll say you're smarter than me, just when it comes to wrestling. You guys are dumb. At least when it comes to this. You're smarter than most smarts. But when it comes to this is really a stupid argument that Bray Wyatt's buried. I'm going to make it clear. I'm just trying to make it as clear as possible. I'm trying to make it as clear as possible, so we're going to have a giant argument in the comments. So, this is basically going to be my stance. I'm going to be using, what I'm about to do in the next 5 to 6 minutes, I'm going to be using fact-based arguments, which are going to be impossible to argue because they're fact. You know, try to argue all you want. Try to argue the sky is green, I dare you. Try to argue that the president right now is George Bush. That's going to be your argument. There's nothing you can do. Alright. Bray Wyatt lost to John Cena in the feud. You guys didn't seem like you were that upset. You guys didn't seem like, oh, you knew Bray Wyatt was going to lose the feud, and that's why you guys weren't upset about that. Well, I knew he was going to lose the feud too. I knew that once Bray Wyatt debuted, he was going to lose the feud to John Cena, eventually. Just like Rusev is, just like every other heel is, and I don't care, because this is the way WWE books. Why should I care? Why should I be upset? I know what's going to happen. It's like, I'm a Phillies fan. Should I be upset that Phillies missed the playoffs when they officially get eliminated from the playoffs? Am I going to throw things around the room? I know what's going to happen, so what do I care? You know what I mean? Anyway, the insulting loss. The Rock, Bray Wyatt lost to John Cena in an insulting fashion. I agree it wasn't the best fashion to lose a match, but his career's not over because of this, and I'll bring up another wrestler, The Undertaker. Watch this Tuesday in Texas match. I guarantee you, you'll agree that that match is insulting to The Undertaker. There's botching from everybody. The match is clear. The match is a clear-cut Hulk Hogan match as you can get. It's predictable. It's a generic Hulk Hogan win. It's embarrassing because everyone's botching. And Undertaker's walking around the ring like for 20 minutes waiting for Hulk Hogan to get the urn dust, whatever that stuff is, and there's probably a term for it. I just don't think I can't think of it right now. And throw it in Undertaker's face. He's waiting for that to happen. He's just sitting around the ring. He's walking around the ring like this. And he's waiting for Hulk Hogan to freaking get this dust up and throw it in his face and give him a roll up. A roll up. It's so dumb. It's such a stupid way to end the match. And Ric Flair's on the outside like dancing with like the owner. I don't know what he's doing with him. He's just like trying to wake him up for some reason. The whole thing's just a confusing mess. Everyone watched that match. From the referee to Paul Bearer. It was a disaster. It was insulting. And you probably won't think it's that bad when you watch it. But put Bray Wyatt in Undertaker's spot and put John Cena, Hulk Hogan, put John Cena in Hulk Hogan's spot. And I guarantee you, you'll agree if you put it like that you guys would be as upset as John Cena using his new quote-unquote as if that happened with Bray Wyatt and John Cena in this Tuesday in Texas match. Put Bray Wyatt and John Cena in that match, and you tell me you wouldn't be upset with the way Bray Wyatt lost. You sure would be. And how come the Undertaker would be better from that insulting loss, but Bray Wyatt can't? It's over for Bray Wyatt. Guess it was over for the Undertaker too. Whatever happened to that guy? I think he went to TNA, right? Isn't he Chris Lance Hoyt, right? That's Undertaker, right? That's what he turned into, right? No. So another guy I'm going to bring up is The Rock. He didn't get a clean win for 8 months. 8 months, The Rock did not get a clean win. Now, how come The Rock isn't buried? How come The Rock wasn't buried? How come The Rock wasn't a jobber? How come The Rock turned in to be a future Hall of Famer? But Bray Wyatt, it's over for Bray Wyatt because he can't get a clean win. Bray Wyatt can't get a clean win, so it's over. It's over for Bray Wyatt because he can't get a clean win. The Rock literally lost matches, and Vince McMahon would reverse the decision. Basically, I mean, for some reason, we have a 1998 videotape of the In Your House Rock Bottom, and he lost the match. But somehow, something happened. I forget. But he just kept the title. It even says on Wikipedia Mankind beat The Rock. But I don't know how The Rock got the title. But that's how weak they booked The Rock as champion. What if Bray Wyatt beat John Cena? What if John Cena beat Bray Wyatt at Extreme Rules, and then the next day, also out of nowhere, everyone says Bray Wyatt won, and you look in the thing and it says John Cena beat Bray Wyatt, but Bray Wyatt comes out and celebrates it as a victory, and no one mentions anything else. Wouldn't that be kind of you consider that a weak Bray Wyatt when he literally lost a match, and then for some strange reason he ends up winning? And there's no explanation. There's really no. I don't know what Vince did, but he did something weird, and then he ended up losing. He did some kind of strange, kind of turn. I don't know what he did, but it was completely ridiculous, and The Rock ended up winning. So The Rock literally lost the match, but I think it was by knockout. But Vince said he didn't pin him or something like that. So what if Bray Wyatt beat John Cena? He's scared. What if Bray Wyatt beat John, climbed out of the cage, was the first one out of the cage in Extreme Rules, but then all of a sudden, John Cena was the first one out. But then, Vince McMahon came out and said, oh, change of plans, the first one has to be pinned. And then he turned around and Bray Wyatt hit him, shot him in the head, and then pinned him. It's the only way he could beat John Cena, shooting him in the head. And he pinned him 1, 2, 3. Would you guys consider that a weak Bray Wyatt win? Pretty sure you guys would. Don't try to insult my intelligence again. Bray Wyatt isn't buried, guys. Seriously. He's not buried. I don't understand where you guys get this weird information from. He's 27 years old. When Stone Cold was 27, he was in WCW. I mean, your career isn't over. I mean, John Cena's 37. 10 years ago, he was in a rivalry with Jesus and Carlito. I mean, he was getting stabbed by Jesus in bars. He was getting thrown out by Big Show and Royal Rumbles and almost breaking his leg. He was what was John Cena doing in 2004? He was rapping terribly about the Big Show at WrestleMania. He wasn't doing anything special. And by the age of 27, these guys there's a lot of guys who weren't doing anything. What was Hulk Hogan doing at 27? I think he was a heel in some weird territory. I mean, just because he lost one match against John Cena and it didn't like the ending, his whole entire rest of his career is over? That is completely ridiculous to say. That is just absolutely ridiculous. This is an opinion part. That is just completely ridiculous to say that. I don't understand where you guys get that from. What makes you think that I can never imagining that about a wrestler as his career's over at the age of 27 because he lost a match against the top guy, which any other guy in the business right now, any other heel, put him up against John Cena, he would have won that match in that fashion in the history of WWE against the character like John Cena. But they all would have survived. That's the only problem, though. That's the problem. John Cena loses way too often. So I guess people have the illusion that this guy can win. No. Cena shouldn't never lose. He's had way too many losses. If John Cena was undefeated since 2006, would anyone expect him to lose? Would anyone get upset about him losing? I think the reason why people like Bruce Bliss get so upset because he has lost. They want him to lose again. But if he hasn't lost in 8 straight years, even won 8 straight years undefeated, there's absolutely no way anyone can get upset. By that time, you'd probably stop watching. You'd accepted it because you know he's not gonna lose. So I'm all for Cena going undefeated for the next 5 years. I don't know about you, but I am, because that would kind of ease the tension. Everyone would be happy. Everyone would be joyful. Attendance would go up. Ratings would go up. People would stop buying RVD shirts and start buying more Cena shirts. Cena would say 5 years strong, no losses, and it would say no losses to back in his record, and everyone would be happy. I'm pretty sure I would be wearing a shirt on you. I would be wearing a shirt to college, and I would be the most popular guy. Oh well.